steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.
Alrighty. Is that your iPad? Yes, it's pretty. We'll go ahead and start with questions in the room for Coach, and then we'll go to Zoom.
Coach, if you could talk about Dominique Malonga's defense on the fourth quarter on AJ Wilson, what did you think of that?
I thought Asia Wilson got fouled a few times. For Asia to play, at 34 minutes and have 0 free throws is crazy. Especially when she's playing 35 minutes, but, she's a great young talent, to your point. Super long, obviously has great touch around the basket, stepping out, and I think you're finding, Coach Quinn getting more and more trust in her. But yeah, I mean, she's the female Wemby, that's I call her that.
Yeah. Tall French people.
Yeah.
how would you compare where your defense was today to a week ago?
Well, we shaved about 26 points off their score, and even, looking back at last week, we played a solid second half. Today we played a really good first half. I thought some of their switching bothered us. We got to handle that a little bit better. But overall, was happy with the outcome. I mean, this is a very good team. They're experienced. They're a very good defensive team. They have a lot of veterans out there. So tough circumstances to come in and win. But much better job. We did a much better job setting the tone. Thought our zone worked a little bit, worked well in the first half, not so great in the second half. So kudos to them. They made some adjustments. I thought when we were small, they started to hurt us big a little bit. So I had to go back with Kia because they started to expose that a little too much for my liking. And, but good for us for closing down the stretch when I had like 0 timeouts.
If I remember correctly, I think you called Aaliyah one of the best shooters that you've seen when I was in South Bend, and today she had her first double figure, scoring game in the regular season. Just what did you see from her doing it, as more of an attacker as opposed to shooting, and what have you seen from her from a progression standpoint so far?
Well, she can shoot it so well, then she attacks closeouts. So she's, you want a short close and keep her in front, or do you want to do a long closeout, take away her 3 and, be subjected to the drive? I thought she did a great job. She's been super solid all year. Our last game, I got frustrated with the bench and kind of forgot about her, and I told her I apologize for that. So I told her to be ready today. And per usual, she's ready to go. She was locked in. I thought Dana's run for us in that first half was really, really good. Really came in and was pesty defensively, and then was hitting shots, getting downhill offensively. So those are the things. I thought everybody that actually came in. I thought Tiff Mitchell played great minutes. So good bench minutes, I thought, overall today for us, and that's something I want to continue to build on. And Aaliyah is certainly part of that group.
We'll go to Callie on Zoom. Callie.
Just want to get your kind of high level evaluation of that fourth quarter. What was working so well for the Storm, and then kind of where were the Aces struggling at that point?
I just thought they were the aggressors. I thought we got on our heels a little bit. You never want to walk away from any quarter or game saying, oh, they were more aggressive. They had to be more aggressive. So, just in the scheme of a race, if somebody's pressing the accelerator and you're not, that force doesn't work out generally in your favor. So I want us to stay in attack mode a little bit more offensively. I thought we, like I said, we just got on our heels. They got up into us a little bit. We didn't handle it well. 18 turnovers is a gross number for our team. Normally we take really good care of the ball. But for my group, especially that the starting 5 to execute down the stretch when I got no timeouts, they got to get stops down there and then execute on the offensive end. I was really proud of those 5 too.
All right, we'll go to Jordan.
Hey, Coach, Jordan from Television Sports. Dana came off the bench and gave you 9 points. Just talk about what you've liked from her on both sides of the ball so far this season.
I mean, I loved her pressure. Her ball pressure is, when she's like that, I mean, I don't think there's very many people that want to bring the ball up against her. She's really fast. She's low to the ground. The ball has to hit the ground in order to dribble. So it gives her a little bit of an advantage when she can sit there and harass like that. It helps us a lot just setting the tone defensively. And we know she's a great shooter. So it's just a matter of getting her comfortable in our system, getting her to call different play calls and being able to like call her own number at times. You know, I don't know if she's that quite comfortable with it yet, but that's the goal we want to get to her. But I liked her aggression, on both sides of the ball today.
Thanks, Jordan. We'll go to Nikias and end with Andrew. Nikias first.
Just a quick philosophy question for you, if that's okay, Coach. Gabby Williams shot well again from three on high volume tonight. She's shot well from three pretty much all year. For someone who isn't historically a great three-point shooter, like how long does it take for teams to kind of adjust their scouting reports when a player kind of levels up as a shooter?
Well, she becomes difficult because she's such a great downhill driver too. So it becomes a what are you willing to live with type scenario. She got hot early. She had 15 at half. I think she ended up with 20. So, you know, we made the appropriate adjustments. I think it's important not to overreact, and understand that, like, you know, it's a priority for us to take care of the paint, which we did. We took a big step in the right direction. We had been giving up 50 plus in the paint, and that just, you can't win games like that. So I was much happier with our paint defense. Knowing that, you know we might give something up at the 3-point line, but I think, it's very evident to me. I think even at the Olympics last year, you saw a big jump in her confidence with her three ball, and it really makes her a hard cover now, when she can just do it at all three levels, efficiently. So, she's somebody who, you know, it just looks like it's kind of clicked for her. And I'm sure she's put a lot of work in on that three ball. You just don't come back a great 3-point shooter. She's worked on it and you can tell. So, I think she's a really valuable piece for them. Not only that, defensively, she can guard multiple positions. She's a beast.
Thank you.
We'll end with Andrew.
Thanks. As always, Coach, congrats on the win. Just want to ask about limiting Erica this time around, with how you were able to limit her to 8 points, and with Dana's pressure and just the full team responsibility on her. Can you talk about that, as well as having this week now to prepare for the Valkyries with more practices?
Yeah, I mean, Erica came in and hurt us last game. She's playing really great this season, honestly. So, you know, you can't just key in on NECA and Skylar. Like that's the sign of a good team. You can't just key in on a few key players. And I think Dana getting up and not letting her get that momentum. Our pickup points were a lot better this game. They didn't get 75% of the court for free. So that was a focus for us, and just making them feel us. It's not about, you know, stealing the ball. It's just make them feel us defensively. And I thought, you know, our physicality and really how we set the tone early on was much better this game.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
And snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Yeah, we can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.